match. Let's talk about just the response of this team today after losing yesterday, coming back and winning, and probably one of the fastest matches of the season.
It's all about resilience, and we told ourselves walking out of the locker room last night that we're going to forget what happened, learn from it, but wipe it from our memory and have that memory of a goldfish. All that matters is the next point, and that was our main focus coming into this match, is just be in the moment, be where our feet are, and know that if we just take care of what's in front of us in that second, then that's all we can do.
The first couple of sets, though, were really tight between you and San Diego, and then it seemed like as that second set wore along, then the third set, you guys just dominated.
Yeah, this season has been a bit up and down for us with tight sets, but we prevailed today, and I think we showed a lot of progression in those close sets, and I'm really proud of how resilient we were, especially with that lull with some referee things and not figuring out what was going on at the moment. That pushed us back a couple points, but then we just threw it right back at them, and so I'm really proud of how we fought today.
How does it feel, though, for the team to have clinched a spot in the postseason after it seemed like it was going to have to go down to the final day?
We wanted to be in control of that. We did not want to depend on any other teams, and so we knew us winning at least one, and if Omaha won, which they did last night, that would put us in. So we took care of business today, and I'm so proud of every single person on this team.
Now you face Omaha again in the last match of the season before potentially playing them in the playoffs. What are you kind of looking forward to with the Supernovas next week?
We're excited to play another great team. Obviously, we have their number because we have not beat them yet this season, but it was the same thing with San Diego. So we're going to be fully prepared for them, and I'm actually really happy that we're playing that game right before the playoffs to give us some rhythm, not have a ton of time off like maybe another team or two has. So I'm excited for that, and then we'll just go to Omaha and take care of business there.
And your mom was here for the match today, and she brought some of her old teammates from her level. How kind of cool was that to happen?
So cool. She introduced me to the sport when I was a young one, and so for her to have that experience with a ton of her teammates from Bradley back in the day, it's their reunion weekend, and she made that happen and organized it, and I'm really excited that she was able to get that recognition because I owe so much to her for my career.
They probably didn't expect to leave the arena so quickly, though, eh?
No, but they were here yesterday, so they were able to see both games. But the quicker we get out of here, the better, and so we put on a show and just excited to move on.
Amelia, it seems like night and day difference. The 4-set loss yesterday, and then a really dominating performance by the Rise today. How do you think the match went out?
Well, we were so much in pain because of the yesterday's game, how it went, and especially that we couldn't show our actual potential in faces. So we talked in between us. We said each other, let's be ourselves and let's enjoy playing with each other. When we play this way, there is nothing on our way. And we showed it tonight, like we did not break for a second. Even after this break in the middle of the second set because of the video challenge and stuff, we still kept our concentration and we still could win the set, and then we dominated in the third.
You mentioned that because it seemed like the first two sets were very close, but then something changed in that second set that allowed the Rise to really push the play and led into that final third set. What do you think was the turning point?
Well, my feeling was that we were always so stable in every point. We were thinking about every point, so we didn't actually felt that we are so close in the first two sets. We were just playing and for the good things and for the points ahead, and we were forgetting what was the previous point. So playing this way, I think we just broke them up. Like they didn't know what to do anymore. That's why we dominated completely in the third.
Have you ever played a match that's gone this quickly? It was maybe an hour and a half you guys were playing today.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it happens, but when we are concentrated in this way, when we are sure that this is us, this is what we are, and we just have to go there and enjoy. There is nothing on our way, and I am so proud that we could find ourselves after the ugly game of yesterday. And actually, I'm so happy because we were thinking about how these back-to-back games will be. We were thinking, are we gonna be tired for the second game? But we prove each other that there is no tiredness, there is nothing on our way when we are convinced and when we are sure and when we do it for each other.
And and kind of focusing on you here. Next Sunday is your last regular season match before the playoffs. Obviously, good to know that the Rise are going to the playoffs here. But what kind of do you have your emotions going into a Mother's Day match, and that being your last regular season match?
Well, maybe it's Mother's Day here. Our Mother's Day was in March.
Right.
But yeah, I don't mind to celebrate another one. Well, I think it will be a great show, especially for our fans, for us. Like, we did not beat Omaha yet, and that will be a great opportunity for us. We owe our fans a great victory for the last game of the season, and I think it will be very key win because we may play against them in the playoff, in the first semifinal game. So if we do our best, we will show them that we are able to win, and they will have a second thoughts of going against us and winning easily on that playoff game. So I think it will be very important in a psychological also way.
Well, just talk about this big win for the team, Nick. It seemed like after yesterday, it's kind of a deflating loss, but the way the team responded today was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think it was tough yesterday, but we also knew we deserved this. So we weren't just, we were just thinking this is a new whole game, even though it was super, soon. We knew we needed to go and fight, and it was going to be a new whole game. So that's what we did.
Did you think that this team had the ability to win a match so convincingly and so quickly as well?
Yeah, for sure. We did. We were talking about it. We were decided. We were thinking of being aggressive. So that's what we did.
It seemed like in the fourth set, especially yesterday, San Diego really controlled the net here. But defensively, it seemed like you, especially in that third set today, the Rise were really good on the defensive end to turn it into offense too.
Yeah, we were after the second set that we were to the locker room. We were having this conversation of just, go out there and finish, terminate, being aggressive, especially on defense. So, yeah, it worked out.
Obviously, this team has had a lot of, blown a couple 2-0 leads here in the season so far. How do you think important was it to kind of show that, hey, we can finish the job early?
Yeah, I think it was very important for us because we were kind of like hesitating after the second set. Oh, can we finish this? Are we going to wait another whole set, another whole game for this? So it was very important that we were aggressive in that third set, and that's how we got that win.
With how the season's gone and been so up and down, how nice is it to get a playoff spot now instead of having to kind of wait until to try to clinch next
week? It was so nice. It's so nice. Now we just are gonna work on Omaha, and then we'll face each other in the playoffs, but we'll just think on the next one.
What are some things that from the previous matches against Omaha that you guys are gonna kind of look at to try to combat them when you play them next Sunday?
I think there's a lot of details, technical and anything, whatever, but I think it's also on us. The more aggressive we are, the better and the easier things get for us.
Well, Coach, night and day difference seems like after how things went last night, now today, a big 3-set win, just kind of talk about the match.
It just was really awesome to see us bounce back the way we did and the intensity that we played with and the togetherness. I think that, we had a film session this morning, but after that, guys, just play. Just play. You know how to play. And I thought they did a great job of really coaching each other on the court and making sure that we were answering every time.
And obviously, it's not often that teams play back-to-back days here.
Yeah.
How impressive was it that your team came out with this kind of energy, having just played less than 24 hours ago?
Yeah. Well, we've had a lot of experience with that, so we've, we knew that we needed to do that, and we wanted this game, and so the team, we didn't do a team practice this morning, but more of a film session, and they came out fired up and ready to play together.
What really was the turning point in the match for you? Because obviously the first two sets, the first set and a half, I guess, were really close, but it seems like there was a turning point in the second set where the Rise just took over.
Well, I think they made some adjustments. They brought in some players that have really hurt us in the past, like Hannah Tab got in the game, and they had Nutsara, their setter. And, I thought it was pretty impressive that we answered right away. And we didn't kind of wait around to see what they were going to do. We just decided to be aggressive and just get on it and continue to score and do what we were doing well.
Because the Rise, of course, goes without saying, a couple 2-set leads have kind of gone away at some points this season. How important do you think was it for the team to get the shutout?
So huge, but I think it's just staying the course and answering back and bouncing back from some good plays that they had and just saying, hey, no, this is what we're going to do. And we kept on our game plan. We were very familiar with everybody we were playing against. Obviously, you get up against somebody the fourth time, and you do know what they bring to the table when they get in. And I thought we really responded to that well.
Dimitrova kind of was limited yesterday, but then today seemed like she was the former self, the former
Yeah.
PBF Player of the Week. How important do you think she has been since coming back from that injury?
Well, I think that Emmy is like one of our, she's our heart, like she's like our, she's the aggressor, and really is so intense, but is a great point scorer for us. So it hurt to not have her with us for sure. She now gets a little bit of rest to get continue her healing process, but it was really important for her to be back there. Real pleased with Morgan too for what she was able to do while Amelia was out, and I think she's grown over the course of time as well. And but it was great. She came out. She had a really good presence today, and she made really good choices.
Kind of explain what all would happen in that second set when it seemed like it was like a double challenge. I'm not sure.
Apparently they called a block. They did not call a block touch. The official thought they said block touch. They said net touch. So that got screwed up, and they had a double look at it for that, which then something happened with the score, and they didn't know if the score, there was something with the score, and it just took forever. And I'm like, if you killed my momentum, so he was looking at me, he goes, I know it's taking long, and I go, well, then stop talking to me and let's get going. So let's move it along, because that was a way too long of a thing, and we're really looking to avoid those things in the league. So I know that we'll get better with that as time goes on.
And obviously, looking at there's one more match in the regular season, but the fact that Grand Rapids has already clinched a playoff spot, how nice is it to have it done today instead of having to do it against Omaha?
For sure. Now we can play free, and we can kind of just work towards our game and what we need to do to get ready for playoffs.
Do you think it's where you're going to kind of, I don't say rest players, but are you going to go with it?
I haven't thought, listen, let me think about this, enjoy this for a little bit of time, and then we can start getting back to work, with the team. They have a much needed day off tomorrow, and we'll be able to take some time, just, get that, regroup, get ready for Omaha, who's a spectacular team, but, turning around the day after and getting back on the plane to Omaha, and you don't know how it's going to all lay itself out. So we'll take a look at that and see from there.